Okay, I'm Ed Kane from WSDOT. I'm engineering manager, managing a repair project for our bridge. Right now, there's one lane closed, the right lane, starting Thursday at 9 p.m. We're going to close 2 right lanes for the duration of our repair work. We're expecting it to take approximately 10 days. We'll know more when we get the whole crew out there and start taking things apart. We've hired Guy Atkinson for the construction project, and they'll be out here in full force Thursday night. Questions?
First thing, how much will it cost?
That's a really good question. Like I said, we don't know exactly how much work it'll take until we get out there and take it apart. Somewhere in the neighborhood of $200,000 to $500,000 probably.
What are the variables you just don't know yet that'll determine how long this will take?
Well, the exact deterioration of the steel members. We're talking one connection point at this time, but it's a complicated connection. There's lots of small parts that are all riveted together. And it's not until we take off the paint and the rust till we know how much we need to replace.
Why do you need to close a second lane to do it?
For the size of the equipment, the truck that's out there right now has outriggers on it that extend into the second lane. The existing lanes are very narrow.
And as best you can in layman's terms, describe what you're going to do on top of the bridge, on the bridge deck, and then below the bridge, and how that all kind of works together to make the repair.
So above the bridge, the first thing we need to do is you're going to see a large beam on top of the roadway deck, and we're going to core drill 2 holes through the deck and support the beam underneath that we're going to be working on. We're just going to take the load off of it. There won't be any visible movement. And then we'll get down underneath and strip all the rust and paint away from the connection, remove all the deteriorated pieces, possibly have to cut out the end of the beam, and then bolt on new steel and repaint it all.
You have an inspection truck under today. What were those folks doing in the truck?
So our bridge preservation people have taken our contractor out there to get a good look at everything ahead of time so they can better prepare for the work Thursday night.
How dangerous is this work for the workers that are performing?
It's dangerous being 100 and some feet off the water. They follow full safety protocols. They'll all be tied off to something at all times. Existing bridge members is what they'll all be secured to.
I'm trying to count days here. You're estimating at least 10 days after the 31st, which is Thursday. So we're looking at maybe the 11th or 12th, something like that. Again, I'm not quite counting days correctly.
We're estimating approximately 10 days. It's a slow process. Put that beam in, get scaffolding and containment in underneath, and then only one step can be done at a time, and then slowly remove it all again. If we can get it done quicker, we will, but approximately 10 days is our estimate.
Do you have to fabricate these metal pieces that to be done specially for you?
They're more or less smallish pieces that we can buy readily made, and then they'll probably have to cut them to fit right out here at the bridge. Especially difficult. The bridge is about 90 years old, and it's undergone an awful lot of weathering in that time. So just normal wear and tear, and lots of rain here. So it's kind of normal deterioration.
Considering the age of the bridge, is this going to happen again?
It could happen again. Probably not at that exact location. Like I said, the entire bridge is 90 years old, and so we inspect it every year to look for situations just like this that need repair.
Well, now that you've found this one, is there a way maybe over time to get up there and do preventative measures so that it won't happen again at a different spot?
Well, like I said, we inspect it every year, and this year's inspection was in September, and they found a number of places they wanted to come back and take a closer look at. And they go through that same process every year. And so this is the one that needs repair right now.
Okay. Just to
Whenever they
clarify,
find something that needs repair, they take care of it.
it's a 2-year inspection cycle for this particular structure right now.
Right.
Every 2 years. For this one, yes. Some bridges have a yearly inspection cycle. This one's 2 years. Clarify.
Are you guys going to change that because you found this?
Are we going to do what?
Change it to a yearly cycle versus 2 because of this.
I don't believe so.
And we'll address the fundamental question that folks have. You guys have continually addressed this, but again, why is the bridge still safe to travel?
So there's a lot of beams you can see underneath the bridge deck, and when one of them starts to lose capacity, the beams on each side of it will carry the load. But you don't want that to go on too long, or they can start to fail also. We caught this very soon, we think, and as long as we address it now, we shouldn't have any problems.
The location of where this happened is near mid-span. Is that due to the location? I mean, like, is there more problems in the middle of the bridge versus the sides? Or?
There isn't more problems in the middle of the bridge. Our expansion joints are places where water comes through the deck, and this is near one of the expansion joints.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for being here. Thank you, Ed. I'm Heather Marks, M-A-R-X. I'm the Director of Downtown Mobility for Seattle's Department of Transportation. Can you hear me? Am I listening? Okay. So I really want to commend, SDOT would really like to commend our partners at WSDOT for moving so quickly to address this safety issue. And SDOT is continuing to work with WSDOT and our partners at Metro. Our top priority remains safety and to keep the city moving at the same time. To minimize disruptions, as Ed mentioned, we're going to keep 2 lanes operating in either direction on the bridge, and all the on and off ramps are going to remain open. Travelers should plan for delays because there's going to be less capacity on the bridge, and especially during the morning and afternoon commutes, which I love those seaplanes.
Kenmore Air strikes again.
Travelers should plan for delays, especially in the morning and afternoon commutes, which I suspect is not that much different than what folks do every day. Consider giving yourself a little extra travel time, and also consider other ways of getting to work. If you can bike, if you can carpool, if you can take the bus, these are all going to be really good choices as long as the Aurora Bridge is constrained. It's been a really tough year for traffic, hasn't it? And so we want to make sure that everybody is continuing to pay attention, plan ahead, especially as we are heading into tolling, which starts on November 9th. And then in early 2020, we're going to have some disruptions in light rail service as Sound Transit prepares to connect up light rail to the east side. I also want to let folks know that last month we worked with our partners at King County Metro to invest money from the Seattle Transportation Benefit District to bolster service on routes that use both Aurora and Fremont to add some redundancy to that. Thank you all very much, and I will be happy to take any questions.
It does not sound as if they will be done with the bridge repair before the tolling kicks in.
That's
So
right.
what is that going to do to the traffic congestion?
Well, I mean, I think in some ways having 99 reduced here at the bridge is going to meter traffic as it goes through the tunnel. 99 is still a really good way to get through downtown, and so we hope people will continue to use the tunnel. It's going to have an impact, but it's a safety question, so we don't have a choice.
And you mentioned the city paying for extra bus service, but that's bus service that again runs on 99. So is that really going to be able to benefit?
Well, I think it does benefit people. The more service we have, the better it is for folks. And a lot of this additional service that we've added, and it's not just on 99, it's on 99 and the Fremont Bridge and many other routes throughout Seattle, provides redundancy, and a lot of it is in the shoulder times. So not right there in the peak, but if folks can leave a little early or leave a little late, it's really going to be beneficial.
What
And
have
ha-
we seen in terms of traffic impacts in the last few days in just the one lane's been closed?
It hasn't thrown everything into chaos. I think we have all seen that. We're watching it closely, and we're working hard with Metro and WSDOT to make sure that we can keep people moving as we're addressing this important safety issue.
And Heather, you mentioned it was going to be 2 lanes in either direction, which means one northbound lane is going to be shifted southbound?
That's right. Yes.
Well, actually, help us understand that again.
So there will be 2 lanes that there are 6 lanes across the bridge. 2 of the southbound lanes are going to be closed to repair the bridge. So one of the southbound lanes is going to continue to operate southbound. One of the northbound lanes is going to operate southbound. And the 2 outside northbound lanes are going to continue to operate northbound.
So there's a temporary closure of a second southbound lane today. That's supposed to reopen right about noon, as we understood. Is that still correct?
Yes,
But then that second lane is going to be closed again beginning tomorrow.
that's correct. Yeah.
Do you know what time?
What time it's going to be closed tomorrow? 9 p.m.
For how long?
7 to 10 days.
duration?
So it's once it starts, okay, all right.
Do you have contingency plans if this takes longer?
Contingency plans to continue to move traffic. Well, we do all the things that we normally do. We monitor traffic constantly, 24 hours a day. And as we notice places where it gets a little bit thick, we can change traffic signal timing to make things move a little quicker. We also have a number of pre-designed traffic signal plans that we can implement at the touch of a button. This is a safety project, so this, to the extent that this is going to take lanes away from the traveling public, it's because we need to make the infrastructure safe. And truly sorry that offers inconvenience to people, but ultimately we need to have this important piece of infrastructure in tip-top shape.